I hear people talk about standing alone a lot. This is like sort of a virtue signal that people go to a lot. This person can't stand by themselves. That person can't stand by themselves. I can stand by myself. And yet, these people claiming that they're standing by themselves, or, they have hundreds of people in their chat and, a core group of sort of, rabid supporters who never leave their side, And it's that way for a lot of these content creators out here. They have their core group of people who are, loyal. Quote unquote loyal, which is conditional, but whatever, that's another story. So anyway, I always laugh, when people sort of virtue signal this standing alone, I can stand alone. It's, it's this whole empowerment thing, and women really like to talk about this kind of stuff. And it's nothing against women. I love women. I love the divine feminine. Women, most women today have been just so fucking mind controlled and manipulated. They're so far away from their feminine and the divine feminine. It's sad. But anyway, that's another story. But it's just funny. I just, it's funny to listen to women, talk about how empowered they are to stand by themselves, and yet they've got several people around them supporting them. Most people have no idea what it is to stand alone, to be alone, to truly be alone, to be isolated, to be on your own, to be by yourself, to stand alone against a mob. Most of you have no fucking idea what that's really like. Look, I'm going to virtue signal a little bit right now. I've been doing this my whole life, man. I have been a lone wolf, stand by myself against everybody my whole fucking life. I have been persecuted. I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm just spitting facts right now, man. This is just the way it's always been. I have been persecuted. I have been gaslit. I have been isolated. And I've heard people talk about gang stalking on here. Number one, a lot of you are doing some gang stalking, quote unquote, but people have no idea what real gang stalking is. I've been gang stalked, okay? I've talked about this before. It's because of my involvement with Occupy Wall Street and a political blog I had at the time. This is, 12, 15 years ago. Well, Occupy Wall Street was 2009, 2010, so it's back in that time frame. I've been gang stalked. I have been intimidated by law enforcement, by people associated with law enforcement. I've been, manipulated. Followed. All sorts of shit, man. I know what it's like to be legitimately fucking targeted in a real fucking way. Not this LARPing bullshit on YouTube, man. I don't want to hear it, man. You people don't know. You have no fucking idea what it's like to stand alone. You have no idea what it's like to be isolated. You have no idea what it's like to be fucking gang stalked. Legit gang stalked, man. Because it is a thing. These are like Stasi. This is just old fucking school, KGB, Stasi, CIA shit. It's just that CIA kind of manipulation, mind control, secret society kind of shit, That's all it is. And it's just, when you make yourself visible and you speak out against things, which I was doing a long time ago, you become a target, even if you're relatively small. And especially back, 2008, 2009, this is still Patriot Act era. We're still Patriot Act era, but it was very it was just really intense back then, with that kind of, InfraGard and the way that, the paramilitary organizations, the way Neighborhood Watch has been sort of marshaled by Homeland Security and stuff. Look into that kind of stuff. Just do your research. This isn't bullshit. This isn't paranoid stuff. This is real shit that goes on, man. It's a fucking thing. The stories I could tell you, people, you wouldn't believe me. Anyway, so it's just funny to me whenever I hear people talk about standing alone. You have no idea what it's like to stand alone. No clue.